Should the Hawks trade Trae Young?
What can they get for him? If he's become more trouble than he's worth, absolutely. He's not one of the untradeable. He's not a superstar. Skip, it was reported that, Sham, there was a situation that happened. Trae said he had a shoulder injury. And Nate McMillan, who was the head coach at the time, wanted him to go through shoot-around before getting treatment on his shoulder. Trae wanted to focus on treatment and didn't want to participate in the shoot-around. McMillan told Trae, choose what he wanted to do. Either come off the bench or don't show up for the game. He chose option 2. I don't believe anything that Nate McMillan said should have warranted this man not coming to the game. It's really that simple, Skip. And so, and some maybe they've given these guys too much power. Maybe Trae thinks but I don't think a superstar would have behaved in this manner. And so for me, Skip, if he's become more trouble than he's worth, yeah, you might have got to move him. But what are you going to get for a 6-foot point guard? Is he better than Dame? And Dame can't win to the level that we think he should. So what are we going to get for Trae, Skip? I mean, what are you going to get for him? And basically that's what it comes down to. You can trade him, but I don't believe in moving players just to move players. I got to be able to get something of value from Trae Young. And probably when you move a guy like that, you're probably not going to get equal value for him. But this is the previous general manager left early because of the shaky start. Skip, they were just in the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago. And this is where they are right now. Yeah, I mean, I hate hearing this. I don't like when guys do this. Man, the coach say get treatment. They get treatment. Why is it so? Man, but everybody think they KD and Steph and LeBron and says, okay, this is what I want to do. I want that kind of clout. Man, come on, guys. It's not that serious, Trae. You mean to tell me you couldn't wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or however long shoot around was, and then get treatment? Yeah, Skip, I'm just time, you know what? It might be just time to move on.
Okay, I hear everything you just said about off the court. I'm going to focus to start on the court. I said from the start, I said ahead of that draft, no, you can't take him high. He's just too small. You have liked him. Atlanta has loved him for stretches. He's Ice Trae, and I call him Mice Trae just because he's so little.
Right.
I watched him for that year at the University of Oklahoma. I grew up a fan of both their football and basketball, so I'm watching closely. He led the nation that year in scoring and assists, which is pretty hard to do.
Yes.
He is a gifted passer of the basketball, but he's also a diva who will try anything at any time.
And he's turnover prone, too.
Turnover prone, you just scratched the surface. You actually gave him a backhanded compliment. Turnover prone, he is a turnover nightmare. Since he entered the league, he's played 5 seasons. He has the most turnovers of anybody in the league over the last 5 seasons combined. He has led the league in turnovers this past regular season now and the previous regular season, the most overall combined. He's also a nightmare shooting 3-point shots, and he shoots way too many. This year he fell to 33.5%. That ranked 130th in the league, but he was the 8th most in attempts. You just do the math. It's just so many wasted trips because you got to live up to your billing. You got to shoot logo threes, and I'm going to jack one up. Oh, I missed it, but I made 1 out of 8 from the logo, and those people loved it.
They do.
I'm going to say it again. I know that you said from the start that Trae was a much better cultural fit in Atlanta than your man Luka. But still, how did you pass up Luka for Trae? You just can't. It started off with the fact that Luka is 6 feet 7 inches tall and Trae's like 5'11" or whatever.
It looked like they had gone through the same thing because it looked like Luka.
It's the same. It is. Diva-wise, problem-wise, that they are the same.
Right.
I will give you that. But in the end, he's listed at 6'1". I have no idea.
I don't know.
And the point is, remember, it just last year, you saw the beginning of the end a year ago against this same team they're about to have to play in the play-in game tonight against the Heat last year. Look at what he did. He averaged 15, 5, and 6. That won't work.
No.
Okay, that's not good enough because he averaged 6 turnovers a game. Here are his turnovers. In the 5 games, he went 6 turnovers in 1, 10 in game 2, only 3 in game 3, which is the game at home they did win. And then he goes 5 turnovers and 7 turnovers in the finale. 31 turnovers in 5 games. In 5 games.
Wow.
It's just, it's just hard to, you can't rise above that.
You're not overcoming 6 turnovers a game.
And then to your point about the Shams report, he also reported that the players reportedly sided with the coach over the players.
Yeah.
Well, when that happens,
he got to go.
whoo,
But let me ask you this, Skip. Do you believe you can win a championship with him as your best player?
heck no. And I didn't even get to the defensive end.
Oh, and what defense?
He doesn't play any defense.
I'm thinking you didn't mention it because it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. So he ranks 105th in defensive win shares. He just can't play.
He's too small.
And he's not, like Chris Paul is about the same height, but Chris is physical.
Yeah,
Chris has made first team all defense like 6 times?
Yeah.
6 times?
Yeah.
Chris has got pit bull in him.
Right.
Chris has got a base to him. He's got natural strength to him.
Chris Paul wants to play defense.
He does.
Because at the end of the day, that's what defense is about, Skip.
Hey, I got it. Trae has no interest in that.
No.
And to a certain extent, the organization sold him as a sideshow, as a gate attraction, and that's what you get.
Yes.
He's a gate attraction.
Yes.
All right? So, no, you can't win a championship with Trae Young, and that's what they decided. They went and got DeJounte Murray because DeJounte's about 6'3". He's long-armed.
Right.
He's a little better shooter from 3,
right.
and he will defend. He hasn't been defending much this year.
They didn't defend much this year.
They didn't defend much. So the point is, you asked me the other day, or maybe it just flew out of my mouth. I think DeJounte right now is a little more valuable than Trae. Okay. And you were like, seriously? I do, because Trae is degenerated into untradeable.
Skip,
because to your point, who would want this?
I think the thing that I didn't see that part about Shams reporting. That tells you everything. When the players
they side with the coach.
When they side with the coach,
yeah,
it's over.
Okay, all right. So are you going to give him away? What
no, I don't give him away. I mean, can I get 2 first rounders for him and a player?
No.
You don't get 2 first rounders and a player, Skip? Damn. He is an all-star.
Yeah, I just don't see the value in him, because you want to trade 2 firsts for a player who can lead you to a title, and I don't think he's capable of doing that.
No, not him by yourself. Skip, there have been very few small guards.
Yeah.
I mean, small guards, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
That's been the leaders of a team that won a championship. Hey, I got a team there, but he ran into Shaq and Kobe. Yeah. But he was an MVP. But small guards, I mean, you got it. Like I said, Magic is a standalone. Magic is 6'9". But small guards, 6'2", 6'3", and below, they're not leading you to no championship.
Okay, would one of those bottom-feeding teams now, Detroit, San Antonio, Houston, would they want Trae Young as a sideshow gate attraction? I don't know. Maybe.
Skip, the man's 25.
He's 25.
And you try to turn him into a sideshow.
Is he going to get any better at 26, 27, 28? I don't think so either. There's a young man named Wembanyama who is out there, and those 3 teams are desperate to win, obviously hit the lottery and win that prize.
Well, if you think got a chance at Wembanyama, you get him. You're not trading for Trae Young because you're going to want the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
And Trae's going to need the ball in his. Trae needs the ball in his hand, Skip. He's not an off-the-ball player.
No.
And how you going to be an off-the-ball player at 6 foot tall?
One stat that's unusual about him is on just catch and shoot threes, he's 40%, but it's minimal catches and shoots because he almost never does it.
Right.
He creates his own, obviously.
Right. And he's taking very, very difficult threes.
Is he?
Yeah, man. I didn't. It's gotten bad. I didn't realize it was this bad until you started reading the report.
Yeah.
But it seems to me, Skip, they're over Trae Young. I mean, I guess they're not.
I think they should be over Trae.
Yeah, it ain't about to be cold in the State Farm Arena anymore.
No.
We'll see what happens first. It's also possible Trae could come out and request a trade publicly. All right, gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about Draymond Green because he has plenty to say. He is not done talking about this Rudy Gobert situation. You're going to want to hear what he said next when Undisputed returns. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.